Can Gemini 1.5 Pro guess how many goals Messi scored in this video? Well, Google recently unveiled Gemini 1.5 Pro in their latest keynote, claiming to have a context window of 1 million tokens and also advanced multimodal capabilities that includes video input. This puts Gemini 1.5 in a different stratosphere compared to other LLMs in the market. So in this video, I'll put it to the test. I'm going to feed Gemini 1.5 Pro with a video of all the goals Messi scored during the World Cup. Let's see if the model can accurately guess how many goals Messi scored. And then we're going to dive into a coding session where I'll teach you how you can work with the Gemini API to start creating your own multimodal generative AI functions. So stick around and let's dive in. Before we dive in, smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time your boy drops value in this channel. So let's dive in.
We'll walk through a screen recording of example prompts using a 44-minute Buster Keaton film, which comes out to over 600,000 tokens. In Google AI Studio, we uploaded the video and asked, find the moment when a piece of paper is removed from the person's pocket and tell me some key information on it with the timecode. This screen capture is sped up, and this timer shows exactly how long it took to process each prompt. And keep in mind that processing times will vary. The model gave us this response, explaining that the piece of paper is a pawn ticket from Goldman & Company pawnbrokers with the date and cost, and it gave us this timecode 1201. When we pulled up that timecode, we found it was correct. The model had found the exact moment the piece of paper is removed from the person's pocket, and it extracted text accurately. Next, we gave it this drawing of a scene we were thinking of and asked, what is the timecode when this happens? This is an example of a multimodal prompt where we combine text and image in our input. The model returned this timecode, 1534. We pulled that up and found that it was the correct scene.
Okay, now that we know how it works, we're gonna put this to the test. Let's do some fact checking to see how many goals did Messi actually score from Google. It looks like Messi scored 7 goals during the World Cup. It's been a while since I've watched it, so I don't remember exactly, but let's go and also see what teams did Messi score against for those goals. Okay, now that we have a good idea of the actual fact, I'm gonna start playing around with the Gemini 1.5 Pro to see if it can handle video input and correctly guess. If you haven't used Google AI Studio, go to aistudio.google.com and then you're going to get an API key if you're going to use this outside of the AI Studio. So I recommend you getting that API key. It's very easy. You create an API key, Google's gonna generate an API key for you. Okay, and then we're gonna go back to create new chat prompt. And over here, you can see that I have Gemini 1.5 Pro available in the model list. On the bottom, you can track the number of tokens that each of your prompts are using for input and output. Google has provided. Also, as you can see, you now have the option to add videos, audio files, a whole folder, images, and also add in your prompt text when you're making that request to Gemini 1.5 Pro. They've included some sample videos. You can use it to the test. I downloaded a YouTube video of a highlight reel of all the goals Messi scored during that World Cup in 2022. On the bottom right, you'll notice a timer. This will track the amount of time it will take for Gemini to process the video input. So grab a coffee, get something done while this is getting processed. That's the only thing with large context models, that sometimes when you're inputting videos and large amounts of text, it's going to slow down the response time. So put that into consideration when you're building out an AI model for your business or use case. So while this is getting processed, let's go ahead and watch the video to see how many goals are there. All right. Cool, so Gemini returned the answers. It says that there was 5 goals in the response. So this is clearly not accurate. However, it's still a big leap when it comes to processing video input. It's close, but not close enough. So there is still some work that needs to be done when it comes to processing video for Gemini 1.5 Pro. However, there's a lot of potential and opportunity. Now I'm going to show you how you can set up your Python code, connect with the Gemini API using Python. So I'm going to teach you how to set up your first Quickstart Notebook in Collaboratory. The link to this notebook is going to be provided in the description for free. Adapt it to your needs, and and let's get started. We'll be running the pip install Google Generative AI. That's going to be the package that Google provided with all the functions. Then we're going to run this first block of code, and then the third block is going to be the user data function. This allows us to integrate API keys securely within Google Collaborative Notebooks. As you know, you get your API key straight from Google AI Studio. So if you haven't, go ahead and get your API key, plug it here in this notebook, and then go ahead and run the third block, which is going to authenticate your Google account and let you access the generative AI models that Google has provided. Now, the fourth block is going to give you a list of all the models that you have available. As you can see, you have 1.5 Pro. I created a first draft for the thumbnail for this video, but I want to take advantage of the Gemini's generative AI function to be able to feed the image into the Gen AI model and let it give me suggestions for improvement and see how well it handles multimodal capabilities. Now, I was going to add a video, but adding video is a little bit trickier than I originally thought. Apparently, Google processes video through a list of still images. So you have to convert your videos to still images before you can feed it into the generative AI functions. So moving forward with the notebook, I went ahead, specified that I want to use the 1.5 Pro model, and then I sent the message request along with the image. Help me improve this thumbnail. And let's see what Gemini returns to give us suggestions for improvement in this context. So as you can see, Gemini returns a very clean output, gives us very concise suggestions, visual hierarchy, color and contrast, clarity and readability. Google Gemini recognized that the image was of Messi and then Sundar Pichai and a random man, which is of course me, but Google Gemini does not know that. But with all the tips that I had provided, it was very useful. Now, if you're a business who want to optimize your workflow, think about your current digital marketing strategy or digital content strategy and try to incorporate AI into the mix. Now, incorporating generative AI into my own workflow not only saves me time, but also gives me clarity in terms of how to improve my current process and do things better. Now, if you want to learn more about how you can use LLMs and generative AI into your workflow, definitely join my free Skool community, GPT Pioneers Club, and you will get access to a community as well as tools, resources to help you navigate this landscape. And if you want your business to be automated and streamlined with generative AI functions, and you want our expert AI developers to scope it out for you, book a 30-minute call with me on Calendly. Let's take your project and your business to the next level. I hope you're inspired by the multimodal capabilities of Google Gemini 1.5 Pro. If you found value in this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I drop value in this channel. The link to this notebook is also going to be in the description below. It's absolutely free for you to download and get started with Gemini 1.5 Pro with Python and Google Collaboratory. Adapt it to your needs, ask questions, get feedback from the community members, and by doing so, you can accelerate your learning for AI development, but also get ahead of your competition by incorporating generative AI into your business workflow. Also, don't forget to join my free Skool community, GPT Pioneers Club. It's going to be in the link in the description. As you know, multimodal capabilities are not just limited to Google. You can also use multimodal inputs in your OpenAI assistant. So watch this video to find out exactly how you can do this. If you're a business and wants to know what other applications you can use Google Gemini for, watch this video and I'll break down even more how you can incorporate generative AI into your day-to-day business processes. This is Imtiaz signing off, your thought partner to build, deploy, and sell GPT chatbots. GPT pioneers, let's go.